Hey everybody, it's Scott here. I've been wanting to do another update video for the justice of Finny. I miss Finny so much. I miss Bubbly so much. They had such a big career on YouTube coming up, and they were just having fun, living life, you guys. They didn't deserve this. There was a court hearing today with Manny, and I was going to show you guys this video. I was also going to talk about what the district attorney said about today's court hearing and claiming self-defense. This is very interesting. His name is Wolfson. And Wolfson's trying to calm everybody, say, hey, look, this is an isolated incident. But he also said he thinks that Manny's self-defense case is garbage, you guys. And we all know it's garbage. There's no indication from any evidence at all that self-defense would be a viable defense. If anything, most people are worrying about Julie. Julie, that's the wife. She was right there walking with Manny. And let me show this. This is her right here walking so calmly after the shooting. Look at her walk so calmly, you guys. Like she's ordering Uber on her phone, or ordering Uber Pink Box on her phone, or not to be rude or mean or anything, but she's just like calmly walking like if nothing ever happened when a huge shooting just happened right there and people just lost their lives. So that is the big deal that everyone's got on their minds right now, is what's up with Julie. If she knew the violent act was going to take place, then there needs to be some type of consequences. So this just happened this morning, everybody, at 9 a.m. I'll go ahead and play the video of the court hearing. There's going to be no bail, and it's going to be terrible for Manny because he thinks that he's going to get some type of bail or some type of defense. And I really like what the district attorney said. The Clark County district attorney, his name's Steve Wolfson, and he said this exactly. He said the investigation and the killing of Finny, the Finleys is their last name, is still ongoing, and his office will explore whether the death penalty is an option. And I'm sure they're going to find the death penalty an option because he also killed Finny's wife and shot her in the back twice in the head. So you can't claim self-defense if he thinks that Finny's going to attack him. Okay, yeah, you thought Finny was going to attack you, and then you shoot her when she's completely innocent, and they found that they had no guns on them, no knives on them. They didn't have anything on them. Finny and his wife are just nice people out having a good time, out having a fun time, and they're not looking for physical drama like Manny is. Manny has been known to punch people on the strip. He's been known to beat up Jojo the squirrel. He's been in a lot of violent acts, and it's just been really sickening what he's been on, like a war path the last few years, guys, Manny. And so a lot of people are wondering, what's up with Julie? She's been kind of slowly promoting this in a way. She was right there with him that night, and instead of looking for her husband after the shooting, she just calmly walks away like if she knew something was going to happen. Let's just watch this again. This is crazy. Look at her. Look at her, guys. This is the wife just seconds after the shooting. To me, that looks like she's up to. She knew about this, guys. It's like okay, the deal is done. We just did it. And I also want to share this GoFundMe campaign going on, where right here it's help cover the funeral costs of Finny. Okay, a wonderful couple right here, guys. Beautiful couple. They left 4 children, a grandchildren. Finny was an amazing father, a great friend. Bubbly, they called her Bubbly because she had an amazing personality, you guys. Incredible person. They did not deserve this. And it's still hard to process all of this. People that are close to these two, that love them dearly, they're still having a hard time processing this. So they left behind 4 kids and a loving family, and we're all still grappling with this. During that night where the shooting happened, I saw Manny's live stream on the other side of the street, and I also saw Finny on the Bellagio side. And I couldn't believe what I was watching when Manny started gunning down Finny. I couldn't believe it. It was like, what? I'm watching a horror movie. What? I still so hard to process. They're not here with us anymore because they're just really good people and they didn't deserve it. They didn't come here to Vegas looking for Manny. They came here to Vegas to go on vacation, and Manny was looking for them. So if you guys want to read all about the details, there's actual a Reddit forum talking about all the different details here on Reddit. So how I found Julie walking away is right here where she's walking away. You guys want to find the GoFundMe campaign, it's over here on Reddit. It's called the Bellagio shooting, all known updates posted here. And I do like reading a lot of these comments because I like to know, where people are thinking, what are people thinking about this? And Manny posted a video the day before looking for Finny. So you can't claim self-defense if someone is looking for you, right? If Finny's not looking for Manny, it was Manny looking for Finny. So it's a slam dunk murder case. And if there was any self-defense at all, then you can't claim it after you killed his wife, which was absolutely innocent. She was just there. So a lot happened, everyone, and I just truly appreciate what the district attorney said, Steve Wolfson. He said, I think it's garbage, guys. He thinks Manny's self-defense case is garbage. I love that. So he's probably not going to ever see light of day, Manny, for what he did. So let's go ahead and play that video here, guys, of this morning's court hearing. And it's kind of cute because you see the other me's wife inside the court hearing here in a second. So I'll go ahead and you guys will see that. This just happened about 2 hours ago, everybody.
We're going to call out order here. Is everybody here before I call it? Is everybody here for manual release? All right.
Ms. Radosta is here.
She's the judge is calling Manny Ruiz right now.
Go. Get up. Get her up. Right there in the camera. Why would you take a picture in open court like you just did?
We are media.
So someone took a photo in court and she's not having it.
You can't do that right in my face like that, ma'am.
I am still doing B-roll.
Yeah. All right. Is the attorney here?
She's looking for the attorney for Manny.
Is she in the back room? Okay, let's go.
Manny's got a public attorney right now, but he's looking for an outside attorney as well. Okay, so the attorney that he's got is named Cellini, and Manny wants to explore possibly hiring a private attorney right now. And I don't think he's going to have the money to hire a private attorney, and I don't know who is going to want to take on this case. It's been so much evidence showing how guilty he's been. And so, and they're going to try to do a motion for bail here soon on the next court hearing coming up on July 3rd, I believe it was. So he wants to seek an outside attorney, private, but he's also got a public attorney here. But I just love what Wolfson said. I think it's garbage. I think it's garbage, his self-defense case. Let's continue the video.
How's it going, everybody? Manuel Diaz Ruiz, 25CR 049486.
That's a good comment right there. Someone said Bubbly would have been a witness to the crime, but there would have been a lot of witnesses. It was right there in front of the Bellagio fountains, everybody. So, yeah, Bubbly could have been a witness. You're right. But hey, there was a lot of witnesses there, watching this go down. So I'm just reading. Jim says, where he got out of the car when he walked, it's all on camera somewhere. Okay, that's interesting. The public defender basically told him you're fucked and didn't like that and wanted a paid lawyer. Basically, that's exactly what happened, everybody. Manny is fucked, and he knows that the public attorney ain't going to help him. They're going to try to motion for bail, but it ain't going to work for him, everybody. And that's a good sign right here that the district attorney, the whole district, the Clark County district attorney thinks that Manny's self-defense is garbage. And I think that's the biggest point to this video here, and also giving the family some money for the funeral, guys. And it costs money to transport the bodies from Clark County here over to Phoenix, Arizona, where they live. So that's money that the family shouldn't have to cover, everyone. And this is terrible. So I would really hope that if we can get some donations here going on for this too. And I'll put this in the link below. So yeah, everywhere has cameras, so it's all going to be... And he called himself a celebrity. Yes, that's right, everyone. Manny thought that he was going to get out of this saying that he's a celebrity for one, and that people are out to attack him. But that's him. He's the one out to attack people. I'm sure all of you guys saw that video where he says, "I'm looking for you. I've been to every casino." That's the words that exactly those words right here. It's right here on Reddit, guys. I recommend you go to the Reddit. You get all the new details. He said, "I've gone to every casino. I hear one of my biggest fans is in town. I'm dying to meet him." And he kept doing the emphasis, he's dying part. And he repeated it multiple times. He's dying to meet him. And so I think Manny and Julie really thought that they could just cruise down the strip doing their live stream, and they could eventually just say, "No, we were streaming and we were just doing what we normally do," and then have a self-defense case like, "Hey, we're just doing our job out here, you know." But this isn't a job, guys. Like they basically premeditated this. They walked over towards Finny. And I was even watching it, guys. During that live stream, people were telling Manny that Finny's on the other side of the street. And on Finny's live stream, they were telling him to watch your 6 o'clock. But he was kind of laughing and having fun because I don't think Finny was really about that life. You know, Finny had a chance to try to punch Manny on Fremont Street in the past, but he decided to do the bigger road, be the bigger man, and go the other way. He decided, no, you know what? I'm not going to fight him. I'm not going to try to punch him. So Finny was already like, hey, I will take it out on Manny just by having fun on my YouTube channel, but no physical, guys. Finny was not the physical kind of guy. It was Manny that was the crazy physical dude. And he was willing to beat up Jojo the squirrel, which is a completely innocent guy. He's not a violent guy at all. So he's already been known to be doing a lot of violent things. So let's see here. The prosecution said the death penalty is on the table and we will see. Yes, you guys. That's it. That's exactly what it says. He said that it's, you know, his office will explore whether the death penalty is an option. That's right. Yeah. And you know what? It's so funny how Manny gets to wear his glasses in here. It's prescription, but I think that he shouldn't be allowed glasses. I think that they should remove those glasses. I think that continues to make him look like a thug, and he needs to remove those glasses. You know, Finny wasn't trying to hurt anybody, guys. He never wanted to run, you know, fight someone and prove like that. No way. No way. So I just want to get that clear, guys, that he was not about that life, Finny, at all. He was just about having fun. He was a comedian. He brought people together. If you guys go watch his videos, you know, he's a very respectful person, and he always gave Manny a chance to come out on his live videos and have Manny defend himself. You know, "Manny, why did you do this? Come on out." And he would say, "Shout out to SinCity family." Like, he was kind of funny with it. He didn't have, like, it wasn't like a mean bone in his body. It was more of a building a channel and being comedic, like. And one thing that I want to share, too, is that every channel goes through its ups and downs. Like, one channel might do a reaction for, like, 6 months and then change over to a different set of videos. Like, so that was his way of starting his channel was, hey, talking about the hypocrisy of Manny and the SinCity family. So I just want to share I think that's important, that it wasn't going to be his whole identity of that channel. It's just for that moment in time building his channel. And you saw that he was doing live streams on Fremont. And check this out, guys. This video has gotten over 123,000 views already right here 4 days ago. So a lot of people are watching Finny. They liked Finny. Finny had a big career on YouTube coming up. And I heard that his son is going to take over the channel. So that's one thing, just a small detail, that Finny's son is going to take over the Finny the Legend channel. I don't think he'll be doing any videos anytime soon, but he's already doubled his subscribers since the shooting. So Finny was around 2,900 subscribers, and now he's up to about let's see, almost 7,000 subscribers, guys, just in these last few days. So just for trolling someone on YouTube, guys, ends in murder, and that's not how it should be. You know, so he's so unhinged. Manny is what we all could say. He's just so unhinged. You know, he doesn't own it. He thought that he owned Vegas, guys. And that's where this all came from. Manny thought that he was the king of Vegas. You can't be making super chats. You can't, like, if your fans were commenting on Finny's video, then Manny wanted his fans to screenshot you commenting on Finny's video so he could blacklist you out of his cult, basically. So if you commented on Finny's video and you were a fan of Manny, he wanted to know that so he could basically blacklist you out of the SinCity family cult. And so he became very controlling in that sense. Incredible how he was able to continue this journey of being a cult, like, and it really showed in his numbers. So his numbers were going down, his super chats were going down, his subscribers were not growing, but yet Finny, this is just like a hobby, right? I like this comment in here about a hobbyist. Let's see, where it is, a hobbyist. This is it right here. These guys were hobbyist YouTubers. No, not really. Finny was a hobbyist. Manny was a full-timer, right? I thought that was a big one. Finny is just a hobby. It's just having fun. Manny was a full-timer, right? And he was pretty big about 3 years ago, and I think a lot of us could agree with that. Manny was growing 3 years ago. He was more charismatic in his videos. But then, but then he started changing, where he started begging his viewers for tips. He started, turning people off and doing the wrong things on these videos. And Finny really knew how to get to Manny. Yeah, Finny knew how to get to Manny, and he knew how to be like, this guy's a clown. Like, who would do stuff like this? And so Manny had a heavy decline over those 2 years, not growing his super chats, not growing his subscribers that much. And then Manny pepper sprayed Finny and his wife on Fremont Street on Halloween 2022. Okay? So just 3 years ago on the Halloween night of 22, and since then, Finny has been going at Manny on YouTube, and Manny couldn't handle it. So instead of instead of him trying to pepper spray Manny or him trying to take it out on Manny in a physical way, he said, look, we're gonna talk about Manny on YouTube. And it grew really fast. People wanted to talk about Manny's bullshit, basically. They wanted to call him out, and Finny was the platform to do it. And it just happened to be they lost their lives. And it doesn't matter, everyone, what, words and stones can break my bones, right? But you should never do what Manny did. Doesn't matter, right? He didn't deserve this. He didn't deserve that. And Manny and Julie definitely deserve everything coming their way. Absolutely. This is Julie right here, guys, walking away like if nothing ever happened. Look at that, just chilling. Look at this, guys, like nothing ever happened. So she walked right up to a police officer and said, "Police officer, I think my husband just shot somebody." Like, what? So it's incredible how we're watching this play out, and we lost two amazing, incredible mom and a father who left behind, a family that's just hard to process everything. It's incredible. So here we go, everyone. Let's continue watching the video from today in court. This is Manny's about to walk into court right here, this thug. And I hope they're able to remove his glasses soon. I don't think he should be able to wear those glasses. I really don't. Let's watch it.
Mr. Dawson, good morning. She is present for the, are you confirming today?
Yes, public defender's office is
All right, and
confirming
the
on behalf of
defendant is
Mr. Reed.
present.
This is him right here, guys. This is a thug. A thug right here. He used to be charismatic. He used to try to, give back to others and help people. He used to have a channel that actually liked him, but it started going downhill about 2-3 years ago, everybody. And he started begging his viewers. He started begging for money. He started beating up his own friends, Jojo the Squirrel, Poppy Chulo, Club Clyde, all those people. He started controlling everybody. It was like a cult. He even made people pay to go to his wedding. And the wedding was just more like, it's not so much, hey, me and Julie are in love, which is kind of cool, but it was like, hey, let's publicize this like if we're a Jake Paul getting married, You know, Jake Paul publicized his wedding, but it was all for views, And I really think that that's what he was doing for his wedding too. So Manny gonna drop the soap in prison. Let's hear.
In custody as well. This is 25CR049486. Good morning, everybody. Mr. Candelas for the state. That's right. You have a copy of the complaint?
Yes.
Assuming?
He has
All right,
been
so do you have
provided
a
a copy.
copy with reading?
Yes, yes.
All right,
Your
so
Honor.
now is the time. We just want to set the prelim now, or what do you guys want to do?
Actually, Your Honor, I think at this point in time that Mr. Rose would like to ask for perhaps a 3-week status check. He has not had any opportunity to speak to family about the possibility.
Listen to this, everyone. She's saying Manny hasn't had the possibility to speak to any family. You know, well, good. The family probably doesn't want to talk to you. The family's probably scared out of their mind. You know, he's got the son at home, SinCity Angel. Angel's got a YouTube channel where he live stream, you know, on Fremont Street, the Strip, and they probably don't want to talk to him because he doesn't have a self-defense. There's no self-defense. It's like, yeah, let's talk, you know, because we got a plan. But if the district attorney says no, I think your self-defense is garbage. And he didn't mince words, everyone. He said it's garbage, Manny's self-defense. They're seeking death penalty. That's what they're doing. His office will explore whether the death penalty is an option. So we're looking at this thug right here, and this is going to be, you know, a terrible case right here. And I really think that these glasses got to go, even though they're prescription. You know, it just makes him continue to look like the thug that he is. I wish they would remove those. Yep. So I don't think, you know, the family wants to talk with Manny. You know, what's there to say? You know, what did you do? Why did you do that? And I have my superstitions, guys, what happened that night. I really do. I think that they thought that if they were streaming on the Strip and they walked by and they just pretended like, oh, you know, I needed to defend myself. But really, the biggest thing, guys, that happened is that Julie and Manny were walking hand in hand. And they walked right past Finny and Bubbly. Now, you can't claim self-defense if you're walking by and then you come back. You came back, you guys, and that's exactly what the district attorney is saying, is that you can't walk by someone and not be threatened. There's no threat, right? And then you come back alone and try to threaten them. So that's not self-defense right there. So if you were Manny, he says, I try to hire a lawyer and use whatsoever you have to fight and just get a plea deal to save that money for your kids because they're going to need it. You're right. You're right, guys. You know, do you want to hire a lawyer or do you want to just make a plea deal for what happened, you know, to save the money for your kids? So let's continue watching. Let's see what they say here.
Ability of hiring private counsel, and I think he would like to have that possibility. So
yeah, and look at all these tattoos. I mean, this doesn't play out well in the court when the judge is looking at him with all these tattoos, and you know, it just doesn't look good on you, you know. So I really think that he thought that I'm a celebrity, that I can get out of this. And eventually he can just do the celebrity thing, like, hey, they were bullying me, cyberbully, so and I'm a celebrity, so that's why I carry. Yep. So it says, imagine some of these streamers would give their kids attention instead of social media interactions. That's right. That's right. Manny was prideful that every day he was streaming on the Las Vegas Strip, and there was not one day that he missed, but everyone wondered, what about those young kids at home? Even Julie was with him. What about the kids at home at nighttime? Who's taking care of those kids? And so it was kind of always an unsaid thing, was like, who's taking care of these kids while they're always out streaming, drinking and streaming and asking for donations? You know, it became like an addiction for them, and they just forgot about their own family at home in a way. That's right. So let's continue the video.
We would ask for 3-week status check, and also within that time, lights are flickering. Within that time, I'm going to.
And I'm sure we're going to figure out, did he have a license for that gun? You know, I know a lot of us are wondering, did he have a license? So he thought that I'm a celebrity. And I'd like to know, did Manny know that he had a gun that night? And if he's an ex-felon in California, how can he carry a gun? Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but he's from Salinas, California. It's up in the middle of California. And in Salinas, he had some run-ins by carjacking, not violent crimes, non-violent crimes, but if he was a felon, how could he carry a gun? Right? That's a good question. The authorities knew Manny well, and they've been watching his channel, and they knew that he had crazy past actions. You're right. Right? You're right, guys. They knew that he had a crazy history of being violent. Like, if there was a fight that went down, Manny was near. If there was pepper spray, Manny was near. And there was a fight that happened with Machete. I don't know if you guys know the guy Machete. And Machete socked a girl in the face and socked her up and went back and socked her again. And then when the girl came back, Manny pepper sprayed her in the face. It's like, are you kidding me, Manny? Like, that's a woman, and she was already getting beat up by your friend, and then when she comes back, he takes his pepper spray out. Manny was happy to pepper spray people. So he thinks it's okay to pepper spray people. I think that's not okay. Like, unless your life is being threatened, which his life wasn't, he pepper sprayed her. Yep. Let's watch the video.
To file a written bail motion on his behalf as well, because his bail there is no bail set.
Right now, you're at no bail, sir, all right? My understanding is you want to continue this with the possibility of hiring your own counsel, is that correct? Is that yes?
Yeah.
Talking to you, yes, sir.
Yes? All right, you do understand you would have a right to have a preliminary hearing within 15 days, you're waiving that today, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So let's go ahead and open it. July 3rd is the 3-week date. Is that okay for everybody?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so again, he's on.
Manny is done. He's never getting out.
We'll do a 3-week date. We'll do July 3rd at 8:30 to see if you're going to hire private counsel. If not, you're an excellent hands with current counsel. I'll tell you that right now. And then we can address any other matters at that time, okay?
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thanks very much. All right. And then David?
Dang. He's not the king of... He's not the king anymore, guys. He's not going to be the king anymore, or whatever he thinks in his mind. It's like God always humbles us. There's a scripture in the Bible that says pride before a crash. Pride before a crash. And this is exactly what happened with him. He had a ton of pride, guys. He changed his ways and got super aggressive and started surrounding himself with people that were just as bad as he was, like Machete. And they were promoting this. They allowed this to keep going. So let's just watch this again real quick. The judge asked Manny, "Do you want your own private lawyer?" And he's kind of like, "Yeah, I think so."
That's right. You have a copy of the complaint, I'm
Yes.
assuming?
He is
All right, so do you
provided
have
a
a
copy.
copy with reading?
Yes, yes.
All right,
Your
so
Honor.
now is the time, we just want to set the prelim now, or what do you guys want to do?
Actually, Your Honor, I think at this point in time that Mr. Rose would like to ask for perhaps a 3-week status check. He has not had any opportunity to speak to family about the possibility of hiring private counsel, and I think he would.
He probably doesn't want to speak to Julie right now, I would think, because Julie could be getting in trouble any day now, guys. She's probably being investigated right now, Julie. You know, her phone, her text messages. Did you know about the gun? Did you see the videos of Manny looking for Finny the day before? Right? So she's probably being investigated and talked to like this last 3 days. Exactly that. And so he's probably scared to talk to her over the jail phone call. Because it's like, do you want to implement yourself even more? Do you want to say something during that call that's going to get her in trouble? So I would see that he's probably not going to... I don't think they're going to want to talk to him, the family, especially after what's going on. Yeah, Proverbs, in the Bible, guys, Proverbs 16, 18 to 19 talks about pride before a crash. Exactly. And he was very delusional, thinking that he was going to get self-defense for a manslaughter. And maybe you can get self-defense if there wasn't a video of the shooting, guys. If there wasn't a video of the shooting, maybe you get a self-defense, right? But since he killed the wife and shot her in the back, and then also there was a video of the whole thing that went down, and you could see Finny's not even paying attention to them when they walked past him. It was Manny that got Finny's attention. So you can't claim self-defense if you're the one that went to your victim, right? And then you got videos the day before looking for your victim. Yeah, it's very dumb that Julie thought that she could just slip away, you know. Absolutely, guys. So just to bring back just this, there's a few help cover the funeral costs here for Finny and Bubbly. It's already got over $14,000 raised. They got a $35,000 goal, and we should definitely be able to help them out, guys. That's kind of what this is about. My channel's not even monetized. I just like these two. I thought these two were beautiful people, and they had an amazing future on YouTube. And they were going to grow a lot, and they were going to take a lot of Manny's subscribers, and Manny didn't like that. I mean, my heart literally sinks watching Finny right now here. My heart sinks. He didn't have a mean bone in his body. He wasn't that type of person. And it's just hard to watch this because just look at him. He's just a father. He's just a chill father. He's a good dude. He's a good family man. You know, so he didn't deserve that, you guys. And I just love, you know, watching them and looking at them because I want to remember Finny and all the good things.
So y'all can incriminate me? Oh, I ain't did nothing, but he about to beat me up, man.
Here he is, just dancing, having fun. And Manny said that Finny was reaching for a gun. Finny didn't even have a gun on him. He didn't have anything on him, nor did his wife. Didn't have anything on her either. So that just goes more self-defense claim out the window. And I guess there's a GoFundMe campaign for Manny for a lawyer. I would like to know that, guys. We should definitely get that shut down if there's a GoFundMe campaign for Manny getting a lawyer. Yeah, I don't think that's right. Yep. Finny's a jokester, he's a family man, and he always had a smile on his face. Exactly. And he was always super respectful. Like, he really was a respectful guy. Like, even that night, I was watching the stream, and they were looking at these three beautiful girls. And these three beautiful girls were right there next to them. They were like Latinas. And his wife Bubbly was like, "You girls are so pretty. Oh my gosh, and look at you. You're the prettiest out of the three. You're the most pretty out of the three." And they were all blushing and blushing and blushing. And then Finny was like, "Look, we're not." Finny talked to them one last time. He's like, "Look, we're not going to bother you anymore. I promise you we're not going to bother you anymore, girls. But my friend on the YouTube, he says that he really likes you girls. His name is Braun or something like that. And he said, just to let you know, my channel is Finny the Legend, and Braun really thinks you girls are cute." You know, so he's just like, he was always super respectful everywhere he went. Even walking down the boulevard that night, the video's been taken down. I wish it's still up, you know, except for the shooting part where Finny and Bubbly were unalive. But there was a security guard, a black security guard walking into work, and Finny was like, "Are you going into work or are you getting out of work?" And he's like, "Man, I'm going into work." He's like, "All right, buddy, well, you lace up them boots, all right? You have a good shift, all right?" So Finny was a working man, a family man, and he was not about real violence like what Manny is trying to make it out to be. Manny and Julie, they're going to try to make it out to be that they were threatened, that they felt threatened, that there was threats. But it was Manny doing all the threats, and Manny doing basically the opposite of what he's trying to make Finny out to be. So he's trying to make Finny out to be something else. Exactly that. So R.I.P. Finny and Bubbly. Everyone have a blessed day. Yes, thank you so much for stopping on in. Yeah, Mr. Finny, always be a real gentleman, guys, like a big teddy bear. You know? And Manny will be streaming in prison, guys. Yep. And thank God the channel was taken down after what happened. Everyone have a blessed day. Thank you so much, Jim. I appreciate that. So it all started, guys, 3 years ago on Fremont Street, Halloween night 2022, where Manny pepper sprayed Finny's wife. And that's where this all started. And Finny started growing a channel from there, sharing just, you know, what they're doing, talking about it, clowning on them, and that became a real life. It became in real life where Manny ended up doing something in real life, you know, and taking his life, which is terrible. That's right. That's right, guys. So what would I do if someone's talking bad about me, guys? If you're not doing anything bad like Manny's doing, punching JoJo the squirrel, pepper spraying women on the on Fremont Street, then you would have a clean conscience at night. I go back to the Bible, like where pride before a crash. If the Bible says that we judge ourselves more than anybody. We're our own judges, you guys. We have our conscience. So if I go to bed at night knowing that I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm doing good things, I'm not pepper spraying people, I'm not beating up on others, then I can go to bed knowing that if this person's talking bad about me, I don't care because I got a clean conscience. But Manny knew that he was constantly doing crazy things and doing things that are against, so Manny was judging himself in a way. So that just goes to your question, you guys, where, hey, what would you do, Scott? What would you do? So that's what I would do. I would have a clean conscience and not be doing the stuff that Manny was doing. And I'd try to lift others up. And I'd try to defend myself too. Finny always had a channel where Manny can come defend himself and say something. Say, hey, look, this is this is what happened, right? This is why I did what I did. And Manny never came on. But what Manny did is he controlled everybody and said, no, you can't do this. You can't do that. You can't go to Finny's channel. You can't give him a super chat. And it became a big-time cult. Yeah, it was crazy, everyone. It was totally premeditated murder what happened. And, yeah, Julie's about to get locked up, too. I really believe that, guys. Julie's about to get locked up. I really do believe that. Look at her, just walking so chill. There she is, Julie, right after the murder, probably knowing that Manny was about to do what he was going to do. And not many of you guys know, but when Manny walked up, he already had his hand on his gun. And that was after he walked right by him. Totally premeditated, guys. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. There's a lot of new information coming out over here on the Reddit forum, and I just want to give credit to Finny and his family. I want to try to raise more money for the funeral. I just want you guys to just know that what the truth about all the matter here, and know what the DA said. The DA said that he thought Manny's case is trash. He thinks it's garbage. So there's no indication that there's going to be any self-defense case here at all. And so she was probably texting Manny, you're right. Yep, she's an accomplice, big time. That's it, everyone. Well, if there's any new updates, you guys, anything new going here soon, I'll definitely be covering it and want to share with you all what's happening. And how it's transpired. But it's going to be good that Manny's going to be locked up. There's going to be no bail. And let's get some money raised for the family. And let's keep praying for that family, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for showing up today. If you have any questions or anything, put them in the comments below after the video or say your piece. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting to follow this case and how Manny's going to try to wiggle his way out of this with self-defense. So I think the more light that we bring to what actually happened or who Finny really was and who Bubbly really were is how we're going to get through this, because they were great people. And the way that Manny's going to portray them is that he said that Bubbly had a gun. She said that he saw a black object in her hand. But we all know it was the gimbal and the phone. So he's already trying to wiggle his way out of this, and it's just not fair to the truth of the matter. So good that it was recorded and filmed, and there's going to be no way of getting out of this. The truth is going to speak for itself, that Manny murdered them, and he's a clown. He's a wannabe clown gangster. And that's all that Finny was calling out. That's all Finny was doing, guys, is just calling out, Manny being a clown gangster and beating up on people. That's it. So, that's, it was very clear, just foolish behavior, totally senseless. And that's it, everyone. So all Finny was doing was just exposing him for a piece of trash that he was. And Manny wanted to double down and prove Finny right, basically. And that's what happened. Finny was exposing Manny for a piece of trash that he was, and Manny decided to double down and to prove Finny right. That's it. All right, everybody. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for giving this channel a like and a subscribe. It's hot here today in Vegas. It was hot yesterday. It was like 108 yesterday in Henderson. It's about 97 right now here in Vegas. It's 101 in Henderson and 97 in Vegas. So Henderson's always a little bit warmer. Yep, I'm actually going to Hawaii next week. Kona, baby. I'm looking forward to it. So you guys have a wonderful summer. Have a great rest of your week. And we can definitely know that Manny ain't getting his self-defense, guys, because the district attorney said he thinks it's garbage. So I am happy about that. I'm happy. It's hot everywhere. You're right. It's heating up everywhere. Miami, 112 in Lake Havasu. Thank you, Ray. I'll give you a hug too, guys. Everyone out there, I love each and every one of you. I'll give you guys a big hug. I appreciate you. That's right. So R.I.P. Finny and Bubbly, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. This is the latest details as of this morning, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock this morning. This is Manny appearing in court in front of the judge. And the judge basically asking him, hey, what do you want to do? Do you want to take your public defender, or do you want to look for a private counsel? And he said, I really want to talk to my family. It's been a while, and I would like to request a private attorney. And I don't think he's going to, he's going to take all the family's money if he's going to get a private attorney, right? They're probably not going to have a lot of money if they pay for that. And he should just probably take a plea deal, because there's so much evidence out there that there is going to be no self-defense case. So these are probably some good comments in here that we could read. I like reading the YouTube comments. They're pretty spot on. You can't take people out because you get mad. Unbelievable. He just ruined the entire life. He ruined the entire generation, basically, of Finny. He had 4 kids and everything. And even Bubbly. And they got it on video committing everything. The death threats. And even the victims before it happened. There isn't a lawyer on earth that can help you. Not a lawyer on earth. This is the moment that he realized he fucked up. You guys ever heard that thing? This is the moment you realize you fucked up. That's the moment. A private lawyer ain't getting you out of this. You stalked and murdered 2 people on live stream who also spent the day before looking for and posted that video. You're cooked. The only thing that you should be hoping for is life in prison over the death penalty. That's it right there, guys. Sorry, you guys couldn't see me reading that. Right there. You stalked and murdered 2 people on a live stream. You spent the day before looking for them and posted that video. You're cooked. The only thing that you should be hoping for is life in prison over death penalty. That's right. If you guys get real character statements about Finny and Bubbly, they were amazing people. Bubbly wasn't a name because it wasn't Bubbly. What do you think of Bubbly? An outgoing personality, someone that was fun and light up the room, right? And when they were pepper sprayed on Fremont Street years ago, they didn't attack Manny. They resided outside of violence. So there is no such thing as cyberbully would ever get to this, you guys. Cyberbully should not lead to someone pulling a gun out. Okay? So why would you need a private attorney if you shot and killed 2 people, right? He's not such a tough guy anymore with no gun. He looked like a scared little boy. He couldn't just use his hands instead of a gun. And that's probably what a lot of us thought was going to happen, was that he was going to go over to Finny and they were going to maybe punch each other. But he didn't even allow that to happen. It was like less than a second, half a second, Manny pulled out a gun and boom. So there wasn't even a chance to even talk it over or say something. What happened is he came over. Well, they first walked past him, Julie and Manny. They were walked past hand in hand. Okay, hand in hand. And then Manny came back like 5 seconds later, and Bubbly said, "Get the hell out of here with that shit. Get the hell out of here with that shit." And then she got and said and put her hand up, "Get out of here." And then Finny catches the attention of his wife saying, "Get out of here." And it wasn't even half a second where Manny is pulling out a gun when Finny says, "What's up, cuz? What's up, cuz?" Like cousin, "What's up, cuz?" And Finny says, "What's up, cuz?" And half a second, boom, he clocks his gun. He clocks it and then starts shooting. So there is no threat, guys. Like, you walk past them, then you walk back, and you do what you did. And Finny didn't attack you. But that's probably what a lot of us were thinking, is that they were going to have maybe a little scuffle or two. So no way. This is going to be Manny's life from now on. No more sleeping until 4 p.m. No Modelo time. No pity or sympathy for this guy. He's a grown-ass man. He's 41 years old. He made a decision, and he has to live with it. He wakes up when they tell him. That he eats when he's told to. He's a definition of a loser dad who puts himself in front of his kids. R.I.P. to Finny and Bubbly. Yep, Bubbly was taller than Manny, and she said, "Get out of here with that bullshit." That's right. And he unloaded the whole gun. It's one thing to unload, maybe one shot and two shots. You're like, okay, the threat is over. The threat is over, right? That's it. The threat is over. But he unloaded his whole gun. And then he ran away across the street to the Paris Hotel, to the parking garage. He took his hat off, took his shirt off, hid his gun, his shirt, and his hat in between the fence. And then he took an Uber ride or a Lyft ride on down to New York Hotel. He got out because he didn't have any money, is what it says. And then he ran over to a friend's house, and the friend convinced him to turn himself in after about 10, 11 hours. So that's what happened after the shooting. So how do you claim self-defense when you ran away, hid your stuff? That's crazy. You can't do that. So, one question. Did any of their so-called friends try to put a stop to the feud? You know what, guys? That's a great question. But Manny surrounded himself with cult-like people that only built his ego. If you ever stepped out of line, like Jojo the Squirrel, he sang during Manny's wedding. He was at Manny's wedding, like he was a big part of the wedding. But Jojo the Squirrel got ousted when they started treating him like badly. Manny started treating Jojo the Squirrel badly. And so Jojo the Squirrel joined one of Finny's live streams. And next thing you know, Jojo the Squirrel is like Manny's #1 enemy. So if you ever joined Finny's live streams, you weren't part of the family anymore of Manny. So Manny built his following like a cult, and he didn't allow people to be themselves. And then it became and it turned into violence. So, and he beat up Jojo the Squirrel one night while he was streaming on Fremont Street, and that video is on YouTube if you guys want to check that out. Jojo just walking around, and you could hear Julie in the background, "Manny, what are you doing? Manny, stop!" So where was that Julie when he started shooting Finny and Bubbly? So if you guys go watch the video where Jojo the Squirrel got beat up, all right? Jojo Squirrel beat up. Oh, I think it's on DJ SinCity DJ Mary. DJ Mary is what it's called. Let's pull it up here. Right there. Here it is, right here. And this was just a month ago, guys. A month ago. Let's play this video. Okay.
No face, guys.
Motherfucker.
That fool.
That's what we call
It's a
bitches.
bitch.
That's what we call bitches.
Just because he saw Jojo by himself. That's why.
Oh yeah, look, give him the flip. Oh yeah, here you go.
So Jojo the Squirrel was streaming by himself. He's not a fighter. He's not aggressive, but he was the singer at their wedding. He was part of the best man at Manny's wedding. But because he stopped being a part of Manny's crazy lifestyle and him getting treated like shit, basically he was getting treated like shit from Manny. And so he stepped away from Manny. He's like, I can't hang out with you guys anymore. He stood on business, guys. He stood up for what was right. And that's why I appreciate about him a lot. Okay? But I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. You guys are amazing. I got to run. I do coaching calls here at home. I work from home. And I got to run over to my job here and do some business here. So, but yeah, everyone, I wanted to give you guys some updates. Thank you so much for being here. Let's definitely help cover the funeral costs for Finny and Bubbly. Let's get that money up. And let's keep that prayers going. And let's make sure this man stays in jail, guys. And maybe an eye for an eye. I'm not sure. But we'll see how that goes, everyone. An eye for an eye, right? He took 2 lives. And the Bible says an eye for an eye. So, hey. He might be losing his life, guys. The district attorney is seeking death penalty, and he says that right down here. His office will explore whether the death penalty is an option, and that he thinks that his self-defense claim is garbage. All right, everybody. I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much, everyone. You have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless everyone. Big hugs. And thank you so much. We got to give more love in this world versus the hate. No more hate. You know, hate's going to happen, but it ain't going to be going on this channel. I'm not going to be, you know, the only person I don't like is Manny right now. You know, I can't say that I hate him, but I hate for what he did, you know. So thank you, everyone. Yep. Let's see what happens with Julie. That's the big thing, everyone. What's going to happen with Julie? Right? So we're all wondering, Julie, everyone. So that's the focus right now is, did she know? And if you guys go watch the video with Jojo the Squirrel, you'll see, or you'll hear Julie say, Manny, what are you doing? Manny, stop. Where was that, Julie? This night. Where was that, Julie, guys? Where was that, Julie? So go watch that video with right here with Jojo the Squirrel. You'll hear Julie in the background say, Manny, stop. Stop. Right? Yeah, so Manny's a spoiled brat, and he won't be no more Modelo time, no more party time, and leaving his kids. He'll be leaving his kids at home, that's for sure. They won't be with him anymore. Here, you can hear Julie. I'll leave it with that.
Nah, bro, get the fuck away.
Right here.
You know what? Fucking man.
So right there, you guys hear Julie, Manny.
Manny assaulted Jojo.
And then like
Manny just assaulted Jojo. You fucking punched him in the face.
Let me tell you something, Manny. What you just did to me?
Hey guys, Manny assaulted Jojo
Let me
right
tell
now.
you something.
He punched him. He
You
punched
fucked
him.
up big time, motherfucker. Let me tell you something.
You guys, this is exactly what could have happened to Jojo the Squirrel, Poppy Chulo, Club Clyde. Any one of those people that got on Manny's nerves, he was already pepper spraying, punching people. This could have been any one of our friends in Vegas. It could have been the other me. It could have been anybody. It could have been anyone that got under Manny's skin. And he could have done this, guys. So I have no sympathy for Manny at all. I have no sympathy for this guy. And so I really hope that justice is served. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. And Manny isn't even missing his kids. It's probably obvious. You know, he's never worried about them. And it shows on his face right here. I see no remorse with Manny here today. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Have a great rest of your week.